Staff Chat, where we get to know those that we work with a little bit better. We're out and about again today talking to some of our fellow co-officials. Justin Bateman on today with our podcast. Thanks for visiting with us, Justin. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be on this. I know it's been about 3 months in the making, pretty close from when we first talked about it. So glad we can get it in.
Good. Good things come to those who wait. Let's jump right in and get to know you a little bit better. What would you like for us to know about Justin Bateman?
Oh, man. I don't know. Let's see here. I know most of the guys in SUA know me pretty well. But I've been married to my wife for about 3 years. I've got 4 stepkids and 1 son and 1 on the way. So we're going to have a family of 6 here in 4 months. So to go from 0 kids to 6 kids in about 3 years has been quite the trip. From Panguitch. Most people may know that, but I'm from Panguitch. I wasn't born and raised there, but I did go to high school there. So I did play high school sports in Panguitch, played basketball, baseball. And so some of the officials.
Were you any good?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not to me, not so good. I started for a couple of years for Panguitch. So I did play a little bit. Our teams were pretty good. Didn't win the state championship, but we were pretty solid teams. So yeah, I'm decent at that. But a better golfer than any other sport. So that's pretty fun. Golf's my passion. I love golf. If I had time and money, I'd play every day, if that's the way it was. But that pretty much sums it up.
Okay. And how long have you been officiating basketball?
I think this is 12 years. I was trying to figure it out the other day. I think that I started in fall of 2009, which would put me, this would be my start of my 12th year. So in 2021, I'll be the end of my 12th. So I think this is 12 years. It's crazy. It went by super fast.
Okay. What caused you to get started? How'd you get started?
First, it was just money. I was a college student. I just wanted to make a little extra money. I knew I could make some money refereeing. I worked in recreation, and actually at SUU, I did recreation as a major. And so what I had to do was do like internships, and worked in the rec department and got connected and did a little bit of officiating my first year of school, just doing junior jazz, a little 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade stuff. Wasn't too bad. And I knew Kelly Holman, obviously, officiated. He was my seminary teacher in Panguitch. And so I think I reached out to him, and he helped me, let me know what I needed to do to sign up to be an official. And that's how I got started. I didn't think I was going to make it past my first year because I didn't really want people yelling at me. But, after the first year, I decided, it's not too bad, and just kept going.
Okay. Taking a big step back and a deep breath, looking back over your shoulder, knowing what you know now, would you do it again?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this has been awesome. It's been great for me. As you get a little bit older out of your college years, you obviously don't do it for money. You do it for enjoyment of the basketball game. You do it because of camaraderie with other officials. I've got a lot of good friends that are officials that I wouldn't have friends now. Some other people, that helped me along the way, and kind of been my mentors. Skylar Dalton really helped push me. A lot of people know Chris Hyatt. He's really helped me out. And there's many, all the other guys that have been around the SOA have really helped me out. So it's definitely been worth it. I wouldn't take it back and do it again for sure.
What are your goals this year? What are you working on?
So kind of funny. In the past, I kind of was really driven to go to like Division I at some point. 5-6 years ago, I wanted to be like a Division I women's official, but other stuff got in the way, and realized it's a lot of work, and I don't know if I want to put in all the time to do it. Lately, it's just been let's do every year and work hard. I take it serious when I go out there, and it's kind of funny. I've reffed for years. I was like, I just want to do one state championship game, just one state championship game. I'll be happy. And I did the state championship game a couple seasons ago. I guess it's 3 seasons ago now. And now I'm like, well, I said I'd be happy at one, but I want to keep doing it. I want to hopefully get another state championship game. And at least, you know, if you don't get it, that's fine. But work hard, work like you want to work one of those. And
That was a heck of a ball game.
That's basically my goal. What's that?
That was a heck of a ball game. I sat courtside for that. You guys did a
That was
great
really
job.
fun. Yep, that was an awesome game. And,
heck of a ball game.
Yep.
Drill down a little bit. Let's talk about officials, other officials, officiating as a whole. When you hear the words official, referee, what comes to mind immediately?
Yeah, I thought a little bit about this. I guess it depends on which crowd I'm in. I'm a little sheepish if I'm with people that aren't officials, I guess, because I like to kind of hear what they're going to say. Because, you know, the officials can get a bad rap for the most part, especially if you're around any youth sports. But when I think about officiating, you know, I just think of you couldn't do the games without officials. The officials, they do sacrifice a lot. People don't realize that. One thing that Angel, my wife, has talked about is, and she's kind of got into it, met a lot of the officials. It's a completely different world. Like, people don't realize that officiating is like a completely different world. She think it'd be a hilarious sitcom if there was an officiating sitcom, because we just live in a different world. We talk different, but we're also humans. You know, we're people, and a lot of people in the stands at games and other situations, you know, tend to forget that we're humans, and we'll talk poorly about us. But the main thing is we have each other, and that's the one thing that comes out of mind is, you know, we're all great friends, and I love officiating. I love being around everybody.
Okay, you mentioned starting out with junior jazz, then all the way to the state finals, and a heck of a ball game you guys had. Look back, what worked for you and what didn't? Because obviously your game has improved tremendously, and it's at a very high level right now.
Right, yeah. I know it just doesn't happen. You've got to put in the work. I think my first 4 years, I was doing it because it was fun. Didn't really take it too serious. Then realized, you know, I think I'm okay at this, and some other people were talking to me. And I put in the extra work. You know, I went to camps, I watched videos, you know, I read some things on officiating and just worked hard. That's how you get better at any stage. You know, like I said, I'm in my 12th year. And, you know if I want to get better or at all, I need to keep working hard. You get out of what you put in, just like with anything. And so my 32nd year or whatever, if I'm going that long, you know if I want to get better or want to stay as a good official, I still need to work hard. I can't just not work at the craft.
Okay, specifically game day. I know I got a game today. Don't know about your schedule, but on game day, I've got a routine when I wake up. I know it's game day. I go through a routine. I eat appropriately. I know where I'm meeting my partner. I know the teams that are playing tonight. Walk me through your game day. What goes on in your mind?
Yeah, I don't really have any rote thing that I do. I usually get my bags ready the day of. They're not ready the day before. I get them ready throughout the day. I do make sure I have 2 of everything in my bag, except shoes. So hopefully I never need an extra pair of shoes. But I do have 2 of everything in my bag. One thing I do like to do, and maybe some other officials do this, is I want to know how good the teams are that I have, especially if I haven't seen them. So, you know, I do have a game today. I've looked up their schedules. I've seen who they played. I've seen who they won, lost. You know, and so I kind of get a decent idea of how they're going to be, which does help. But I don't really do anything. I guess not superstitious is the word, but I'm not. I don't really have a step-by-step process. I do know what time I have to leave, and I do want to make sure I'm on time. But just be prepared as much as I can. But again, it's not a step-by-step process for me at this point.
Okay. Other officials, how does that play in your mix approaching game days? In other words, what are the do's and don'ts for officiating that you would give folks?
So do show up on time. That's the biggest thing for me. I don't have many pet peeves when it comes to other officials I'm officiating with. I do get a little bit of maybe, I don't know if nervous is the word, but a little cringy, I guess, when I'm at games and I do see some of the officials not really preparing as I'd like to see. They might be joking around with other people in the stands or kind of just meandering around, not really focused on the game. That does bother me a little bit. Not to say that you have to sit there for, the hour with your partners and chat about refereeing, but, kind of stay focused on what you need to do that day, rather than kind of, especially if it's somebody that wants to go around and chit chat and goof around with some of the guys. I know I see that occasionally, and that does bother me a little bit. That's me. So I like to stay focused, stay with partners, and be on time. For sure.
Okay. The world according to Justin Bateman. If you could describe a good official, how would you describe a good official?
Yeah. How I would describe a good official is definitely poised. You can see on the floor that they're in control of the game. They want to be, they're in charge. Not to say that they control everything that happens in the game, but they can control them. They can help out their partners and be someone that's a steady rock. One thing I like to see too is how they look, running on the floor, and how they look with their mechanics. If they've got solid mechanics, they're doing what they're supposed to do after they call a foul, when they call a foul, when they get to the table. If they do all those things and they're relaxed and you can tell that they're in control. I think that makes a really good official. We have a lot of great officials down here, and I think if you look at that and how they control the game, they control themselves, and also with their mechanics, you can tell they're a top of line official.
Okay. SUOA, our organization. What advice would you give us as a group to get better?
I think it has to do with kind of what I was talking about before. The only way you're going to get better is to work. I guess on an individual basis, so do the things that we're kind of asked to do, know the rules, practice your mechanics to try and become a better official individually. I guess as a group or as a whole, one thing would be maybe just honest communication with each other. If we have problems or issues where we're not communicating honestly with our crew or other people within the association, it can create contention sometimes, and we're not being honest with ourselves. I think if we're open to honest communication, whether it be from somebody that's evaluating you, or even from a younger official talking to you, because I know I can learn from younger officials and something that they may say, and if it's honest and open, just being like that will help us all become a better association, a better group of officials as a whole. That's kind of what comes to mind at first.
Okay. Final thoughts, wrap up?
No, not really anything in addition to this that I can think of. I think that we have a bunch of officials down here in Southern Utah between SUOA, where we work with the Red Rock Association as well. There's a lot of great officials, a lot of great people to learn from. The other day I had a game. You happened to be there. There's another longtime official there, gave me some feedback, and I'm going to work on that. Those experiences and learning from others is really important. And if you think that you're somebody that can't learn or can't take any criticism or feedback from someone else, you're going to have a hard time enjoying what you're doing, especially for the younger guys. You got to just take it. That doesn't mean that the person telling you is right every time. That's just how they see it. But take it, think about it, try to implement it into your game, and you'll become a better official for sure.
Okay, I think we're done. Good job. You did just fine, Justin.
Awesome. Thanks.
You're a great guy and an even better official. Thanks for helping us out.
Appreciate it.